Welcome to the Scambaiting Stoner Report. I'm Quentin Larkspur. Our top story tonight: my grandson Jake's in a bit of trouble down in Mexico. I'm out $6,000, but he will be home safe soon. I got a call the other night from some nice police officers down in Mexico saying Jake gotten himself in a bit of legal problems and needed some bail money. So I sent $6,000 to get him out, and he will be home soon. Moving on, we're going to fly over to Saskatoon for our first official story of the night, where more arrests have been made in the rash of grandparent scams that have been plaguing everywhere, really. Two men, Cedric Oligny and Sophie Elgamal, ages 25 and 26 of Quebec, have been arrested and are facing 10 counts of fraud over $5,000 and proceeds, one count of proceeds, possession of proceeds of crime over $5,000. Another man, Amadi Badi, was arrested on Tuesday and is facing 7 counts of fraud over $5,000 and 3 additional charges. Police say the investigation is ongoing and there is no word or if these are the same men that hurt my grandson Jake. So now we grab a flight to Guelph, Ontario, where a suspected grandparent scam was thwarted by bank tellers at a downtown Guelph bank on Thursday. On Thursday, an 86-year-old woman came into the bank and was attempting to take out $6,000 when the employees seemed like it might have been a little bit suspicious. So they tried to task the lady. She said she insisted she wasn't being scammed, but nonetheless the police were called, and after talking with the lady, she did not take out any money. So her grandson rots in jail, while Jake is flying first class on his way home. Love you, Jake. I love you. Which brings us to the actual top story of the night: grandparent scams. By no means is a grandparent scam a new thing, but they are, from the looks of the news, definitely on the rise right now. Elderly people make great victims for scams. They're perceived to be rich, easy to confuse and scare, and work into a panic where anxiety fuels all your decisions, and common sense and rash decision-making processes just are thrown away. And, elderly people are great for that. They're also great for posting on Facebook. See, here's the thing. Hackers and scammers and all the bad actors of the internet love Facebook. They love Facebook because Facebook is just a sea of information, and that is what hackers, scammers, all the bad actors of the internet rely on. They heavily rely on open source intelligence to get what they need to get. So you see it everywhere there's phishing posts being shared that are just full of people just handing over their information. And most common thought is it's security questions. It's going to be answers that can be used for security questions so they can hack your account. But that's not even all of it, right? Like, for the grandparent scam, there's no security questions needed. They just need some names. They just need to know your name, your grandkids' names, relatives that you may not speak to that often. And then next thing you know, like, these guys are calling you up. They're going to call you up and they're pretending to be your grandkid. They're going to tell you they're your grandkid and that they're in trouble with the police or they're in the hospital, Meanwhile, you're not even talking to your grandkid. You're talking to some hacker here. Or you're talking to some scam artist, But then another call is going to come through, and it's going to be the police. Or it's going to be a doctor. They're going to be the police telling you that, hey, your grandson's in real big trouble here. But again, it's still not a police officer. It's still just the scammer pretending to be this to make the first scammer sound more legit. So now you're more inclined to believe them, and then you're next thing you know, you're giving up $6,000 so your grandson Jake doesn't, rot in jail in Mexico. I don't know. Try to educate people in your family. Stay vigilant about, not oversharing information or, watching for potential scams like this. I'd say, hey, show them the video, but, I get it. Hey, Oma, you gotta sit down and watch this nice man smoke bongs and tell you why you're gonna get scammed by some people. I get it. But maybe take the information, though, and pass it along. Share the video to other people that will watch it, Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. But also, comment. Leave some comments in the thing below. Let's talk about things. Let's subscribe, all the other words that I'm supposed to say. I don't know, but seriously, try to educate people in your family or people that might be susceptible to this kind of stuff. There's a lot of it going on. There's cases of it happening locally for me, and I'm getting mad because it's not like it's even really something I can bait, because especially if they're local, they know that I'm not an elderly person, so it's a little hard for me to try to bait them. That's the report. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more fun with the scammers coming this week, and then next week's report. Until then, watch one of the other videos. It'll be cool.
This one like you said, boy, I take another hit. I'm a color scammer that will put them in the sun. So I was this time to commit another crime. I say I got a hold of, I'm a scam, made it so